A single line on a map. That's all it took. One pen stroke, one hurried decision. And overnight, neighbors became strangers. Friends became enemies. Homes turned into memories. This is not just the story of independence. This is the story of partition, the largest human migration in history and one of its deepest wounds. In 1947, India stood at the edge of freedom after 200 years of British rule. There was joy, hope, and dreams of a new beginning. But behind closed doors, something dangerous was happening. The British decided to divide the land. India would be split into India and Pakistan, based on religion. Hindus and Sikhs on one side, Muslims on the other. The decision was rushed. The consequences were ignored. A British lawyer named Cyril Radcliffe was given just 5 weeks to draw a border through a land he had never seen. No understanding of villages, no understanding of families, no understanding of history. That line, later called the Radcliffe Line, cut through homes, farms, streets, and hearts. People went to sleep in India and woke up in Pakistan. Imagine this: a Hindu family on one side of the street, their Muslim neighbors on the other. They had shared meals, festivals, laughter. Now, rumors spread. Fear grew. Trust vanished. Parents grabbed their children. Elders were left behind. Brothers were separated from sisters, sometimes forever. No phones, no records, no way to reunite. Many never saw their loved ones again. Millions began to flee. On foot, on carts, on overcrowded trains. But these were not journeys of hope. Some trains arrived at stations, filled only with corpses. Entire compartments slaughtered. Men, women, children, killed simply for who they were. These trains were later called ghost trains. The living feared reaching their destination because survival was never guaranteed. In just a few months, 15 million people displaced. Over 1 million dead. 75,000 women abducted or assaulted. This was not war between armies. This was violence between neighbors. The price of freedom was paid by ordinary people who never got a say. Even today, the trauma lives on. Grandparents who still remember the screams. Families who don't know where their relatives went. Stories whispered, never fully healed. Borders were drawn on maps, but the scars were carved into generations. Borders can change. Flags can rise, nations can be born. But the pain of displacement, the loss of home, the memory of violence that lasts forever. Political decisions may be made in rooms of power, but their cost is always paid by the people.